Hello, 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 and welcome to DK Power Couple.
What's up, my peoples?
Hey, peoples. I'm Shirley,
I'm Anthony.
and together we are the Aquinos.
Yes, ma'am.
So today we are going to be discussing the things that have changed in our lives since we found out that we are expecting our first baby girl.
Oh boy, has our lives changed? Yes, it has. Yes, it has.
Yes, yes, it has. So we're going to dive right into it. So we're gonna start off talking about how I actually found out that I was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna find out a few things that I probably didn't know before.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
So, to make a long story short, basically, I had an IUD for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was time to take it out.
Yes.
Right? We agreed. We took it out a few months early, which we both agreed on.
Yep.
And so I did. I took it out in March, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was March. And basically, all of our friends were telling us that when you're on birth control, it takes months, sometimes even a year, to become pregnant. So I took out the IUD. We were both thinking, oh, we're gonna have a few months, to continue living our normal life.
So sorry, I just gotta interrupt. Like we started planning, I think it's time to try for a baby. You were mostly you, and that's gonna be another video. Like it was a topic of conversation, a contention between the two of us. It was something that you really, really wanted,
Yes.
and I wanted for a later time. And then we sort of felt that it was time to start trying. So going back to your friends and my friends, our friends, they all said, it takes a year. Don't get frustrated when you start trying. Blah blah blah. And I learned it's important to do your own research for the following reason.
Yes. So I took out the IUD, and we had this weird thought. I don't think we really told people this. We had this weird thought that, okay, the hormones, the whatever was keeping me from getting pregnant, because mine was, what do they call it? I think it had like a specific hormone in it or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like it had the IUD I had like a medication in it to also keep me from getting pregnant. So I was like, okay, if I take it out, that means we're at least good for like the first week.
Yes.
Because that stuff is still going to be running through my veins.
That's what I thought.
And so
We went at it.
we had a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Several times a day, kind of a lot of fun.
Yes, sorry.
Is this too much information? I'm sorry, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, sorry to my family if you watch this. But yeah, we had lots of fun.
Yeah.
And again, with the mentality that, it's not going to actually happen, I decided to play a little joke, and he saw me. I was like, let me just put my legs up.
Yeah.
And fast forward 3 weeks later, I work from home all 5 days that I work. I'm a full-time, work from home person.
Yeah.
And I really don't know what got into me. I was bored. I have a witness. One of my coworkers is a witness because I called them right after. I was bored. I got up from my desk because I had nothing to do. And I went to the bathroom, and I'm like, you know what? I have a pregnancy test under the sink.
I must say, baby, I love you. I really do. But that would be something I would like. Who does like? Oh, you know what? I'm bored. Let me take a pregnancy test. Like out of boredom.
Boredom.
Yeah.
I don't know. I literally just did it because there were multiple times when I had the IUD where I would try it because there are women who get pregnant even on birth control.
That is true.
So I was like, well, I have this one under the sink. It's like whatever. So I took it out. And it was like a Dollar Tree one too. So I took it out. I did the little the gotitas, the little droplets. I placed it on the counter. I finished my business, and I look at it and I'm like, I'm like, wait, I've done this at least 15 times prior to this.
Yeah.
And I now see 2 lines, and it's always only been 1.
Do you think you were reading it wrong for some reason? I wasn't there, so like, well, you're gonna talk about it, but what was your first reaction? Did you actually believe it the first time?
I saw it and I was like, I think this test is expired. Because I'm like, I've done this so many times. I'm like, it's possible, it's expired. So I know that I had recently bought a few more, and those were in a specific bag under my sink. So I grabbed one of the newer ones and I did it again.
And what was the result?
2 more lines. And I was like, oh my God. So I think, I can't really remember clearly, but I think then I had run. No, at that point I knew, because I'm like, no, I'm not gonna freak myself out. I've done this multiple times. I know this means that I'm pregnant.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah. So
who did you call first? Because it was not me. So,
no.
So walk me through that. You are freaking out. You're pregnant. Who did you call first?
The first person I called was my sister. It was funny because I FaceTimed her. And I was like, look it. And she was driving, this child of the Lord. I needed to teach her to not answer my FaceTime calls when she's driving. I showed it to her. She goes, what's that? And I'm like, Ashley, I'm pregnant. She goes, what? I recorded it, but the audio didn't record. So this is me reenacting it. And she was super, super excited. The second person, I'm going to go 3. Yeah. The second person that found out was actually my coworker, Randy.
Wow, Randy found out before I did.
Wow. The thing is, this is what happened, right? I called my sister. I'm still working. I actually forgot I was still on the clock.
Sorry, UNFI.
Yeah, sorry, Sherry. I love you. So I'm still working, and Randy, like me and Randy work together a lot on projects. So he actually called me, and I'm like, oh my God. He goes, Shirley, what's going on? Like that's how he always talks to me. Shirley, what's going on? And I'm like, I just found out I'm pregnant. And so then that's how he found out, because I was in shock. I'm like, I haven't told Tony yet, so don't say anything. But I'm like, da. And he was like, oh my God, great. He was so happy.
Yeah. And then he suggested this name right away, I think, like Randella. Anyways, that's another
Yeah, he
video.
wanted us to call.
There's no way,
we decided to call between me and Randy, we called the baby Randella because we didn't know if it was a boy or a girl, and we didn't know what to call it.
Not happening.
Okay. Sorry. And then the third, right? These were the people we had to tell. And it took me it was so hard for me to wait to tell these people. Who did we tell next?
You told me.
Oh no, I told you.
Yes. I'm like, wow, we're skipping me.
Sorry, I told Tony.
Wow.
Okay, and then we told.
Who did we tell?
We told our bestest friends in the whole wide world, the Janaus.
And if she comes up with excuses, I'm gonna smack her in the face. But out of love. Okay, just kidding. I'll smack her butt.
No se suben demasiado.
Agresiva.
No se basa tanto.
La primera pastora dando galletas.
Así que se patorea.
No, but for real, we love you so much. This is part 1. I hope you laugh and you enjoy your kids.
Oh my God, this is the cutest thing ever.
What is that?
What do you mean, what is that?
This is the cutest thing ever.
Was that a sloth?
No, it's your mom.
My mom. Yeah,
Oh, you bought the avocado oil? I love it.
oh my gosh.
Chocolate, of course, to get me fat. And it keeps quiet. Ooh, we're gonna go eat.
So, the happy birthday was a mistake.
That's all right.
Because I originally got you the Panera card. And then I saw the Cold Stone. It was just Panera. And then I saw one that had Panera and Cold Stone. I'm like, ooh. And then I saw one that had the Lowe's Panera. And I was like, okay, they're always at Lowe's.
Gift card bingo?
Yeah, so I just kept switching it.
I have to hide these from the girls, but
And Rachel.
Yeah, Bob.
No, I really have to hide them from Elise because she actually likes those.
I'll eat that like in 2 weeks if it's still there. The M&M's.
Oh, these.
I had like a little bunny pop up. That's it.
Thank you, baby.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah. Deja de sobar tanto.
Okay,
Yeah.
now part number 2.
Part number 2.
I hope you enjoy.
Is it something I can eat?
Maybe.
Eventually.
Eventually.
No!
No, don't tell me that. Are you freaking serious? Are you guys serious? You guys are playing. Bro, really? Oh, man, look. Mira. Oh, man.
Like, this is not a prank.
No.
Oh, man. Congrats, man. Congrats.
Yes. So they found out before my siblings, my father, his father.
Yeah.
No, except
They
Ashley.
cried. They
And they
cried.
cried. They're really great friends.
Although I think they thought it was a prank.
You think so?
Yeah. Oh no. Well, the thing is, you prank a few friends.
The one who
With that.
the one who thought it was a prank was Lisbeth. I think Nino and Ricky. Well, I know Nino was genuinely surprised.
Yo, her reaction was priceless.
Yeah, I love her so much. I gotta watch that video again.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so I told Tony. The way I told Tony was, basically, I went to Target. I bought a box. I bought a onesie that said "Daddy's Best Pal." I put his 2 favorite candies in there because I knew he was gonna have a heart attack.
Yeah.
Or his blood sugar was gonna go down.
Something was gonna happen.
Something was gonna happen, and I added the clear blue pregnancy test that says the word pregnant plus the Dollar Tree one, so he could see that there are different evidences.
But there
And
was not going back.
there's no going back. So basically, Tony walks in at midnight because he happened to be out that day.
Yes, but specify what I was doing. Like,
Yes. So Tony, he was at a church, part of like a worship service, I believe.
yeah, it was a worship night.
And it was dragging on, and he finally came home after a long day. And he brought me home some bajas, some Mexican food. It was really good. And I was like, hey, I got you a gift. And he really didn't think anything. Well, actually, what did you think?
I mean, you are, like, I think we had a little argument that morning or something, or the same day. And what I thought was, you are like that. Sometimes you want to make it up. I feel bad about what happened. So here it is. And you gift me stuff like every so often. Like you always like, if you go shopping, I brought you something as a surprise, blah, blah, blah. So I didn't think nothing of it because it's something that you do. Right? So I see this white box. I'm like, oh, this is some serious gift. And I open the gift and then I see M&M's and I think Sour Patches.
Sour Patch watermelon.
Watermelon. And then I'm like, oh my God, my favorite candy. Because you strategically put everything under the candy. So the pregnancy stuff is not the first thing I saw. The first thing I saw was candy, and I was happy with the candy. So then after that, when I move it up, I see the tests and I see the cute little clothes, and I'm like in shock. I'm just in shock.
He was in shock. He did not say anything.
I was in shock. I didn't know how to react. I was not expecting it. Because once again, we thought it was gonna take at least a year.
At
And
least
then-
at least a month.
At least 6 months.
At least.
And it happens. To me, it felt like it happened within the week. That's how soon it felt like.
It did happen within the week. We found out 3 weeks later.
That was quick. So, I'm in shock. And what I remember is, and this is so important why we should go back and look at the video. What I remember is you asking me, hey, I'm not gonna get mad. Like, tell me what you really think. Were you expecting that I was gonna be mad or something? Because that was kind of an odd question in the moment. Do you remember at all?
No, well, yes, I remember why I asked. So the reason why I asked was because we had this conversation prior, and it was because we know that of a couple where they got pregnant and basically like the reaction just wasn't, it was faked.
Yeah.
Like the joy, the excitement was faked because it was being filmed. And I had told Tony when I heard about that, I was just like, when we become pregnant, I don't want you to fake it. I want you to be genuine. Like if you're gonna stand there like a statue, stand there like a statue because
Which is what I did, by the way.
which is what he did. And
So thank you for that.
so the reason why I asked him that at that moment, even though we had that conversation, was because I didn't want it to be him in his brain. I'm processing this. And I didn't also want him to be thinking like, should I be jumping up and down? Should I be excited? Am I hurting her feelings because I'm not excited? Or I don't know what my feelings are yet. So that's why I asked him, because I wanted to reassure him, hey,
It's fine.
it's fine. Because fun fact, I didn't say this at the beginning of the video. I swear to the Lord Jesus Christ that like my expectation of my own reaction was gonna be like what you see on YouTube and on TikTok and Instagram. The girl looks at the test. She goes, oh my God. You see her eyes water up and she starts crying. Oh my God, I'm so happy, blah, blah, blah. That was not my reaction. I did exactly what he did.
Can you see? I'm shaking. So literally, I'm just like, I'm home. I'm by myself. Tony's not home yet. I'm just like, just for the heck of it, I'm going to try a pregnancy test because why not? I mean, I tried it 1,000 times before and it's always come out negative. So whatever, I put the P there, whatever. These always show up in one line, right? One line. I know this for sure because I take so many pregnancy tests. Like it's always one line. And look at this. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Like, those are two freaking lines. So,
Except I recorded mine too, but it was literally no way. Really? For real?
Yeah.
So that's why I asked.
Well, thank you for that, Grace. And also, thank you for knowing me so well. Because here's the reality. I didn't know how to feel because what I know is, okay, there's no turning back. God doesn't take, there's no refund in heaven for babies. There is no pause button. This is going to move forward no matter what.
Yeah.
So as a guy, I get immediately into logistics. I'm looking at the apartment that we had at that moment. I'm like, this is too small. We cannot be here by the time the kid comes, because we thought we were gonna really start trying late, like around this time actually.
Yeah.
Like October, November. And that is why we I got involved in a campaign. Right? Because the whole idea was I want this, but I want it to happen after the political campaign is over.
Yes.
Right? So now I'm thinking, okay, she got pregnant. Now I'm doing the math. This is all while I'm in shock.
Really?
Yeah. Looking at you, I'm like, okay, it is fine. The campaign is going to be over by the time she gives birth. And now I just have to worry about, okay, we have to pay that we have pending, and we needed to move. So that my mind was, okay, what are the things I need to change now? And I got in action mode. Started looking for an apartment, all that.
Yeah. So our budget, we had to rearrange our budget because we were very fortunate to move in with a family. And so with that, we were able to get like a good deal on our apartment. And but it was only a 1-bedroom apartment. It was kind of like a studio apartment. It wasn't that big. It was comfortable for both of us, but even like the two of us are starting to feel like pretty like on top of each other.
Let's put it this way. I would hate cleaning at the same time with you because we would always like not have enough space to clean at the same time.
Yeah, we were always on top of each other, and it was getting tough. And so we were like, oh snap, we need to find a new place. And Tony started looking into what lofts like that.
I started looking everywhere. I know we couldn't afford a home. And by the way, if you're made it this far, I want to remind you to subscribe, to hit the like button and drop a comment. And we're talking about how expecting has changed our lives. And the first thing it changed, it was our budget. I, in Rhode Island and like in most of the United States, if not the world, rent is all the way high. Like inflation is a real thing.
Yeah, it's big.
And where we live now literally is double what we were paying. We were comfortable as far as budget goes with your uncle's apartment. Thank you, Uncle Edwin, for letting us rent from you. But I did the math. I don't know if you remember my face as I looked at our budget. Day after day after day, doing the math, looking at the debt that we had, looking at how we were going to pay that off, how long it was going to take. And if we could pay off debt while getting a place that's more comfortable, paying more rent, and if we were going to be able to sustain our daughter when she was born, if our salaries did not change. After a lot of math, I decided that we could swing it.
Yes, so he actually figured it out. He's the money guy.
Clearly.
I made that point blank. Like, I was like, when we get married, because he was like, oh, you should be the one to do the budget. No. I'm like, I love you, but you're going to do the budgets, and I'll do everything else. So, yeah, definitely, like, our finances were affected. We had to find a new place. We're actually recording from our new apartment now.
Yes.
Much more spacious. We have 2 bedrooms. For the friends who have come and my family who have come to the apartment already, they're saying that our baby girl's already spoiled because she has a huge room that a lot of them don't have. But so I mean that's a blessing, and I'm very grateful that we have good paying jobs that allow us to do these types of steps.